Hey, I've decided to do some food experiments. Maybe, I've been getting more into cooking recently. I've been quite enjoying cooking. I'm keeping my voice down because it's like 4 a.m. But I've been quite enjoying cooking recently. And I was thinking maybe I could do an experiment today because I felt like testing something out. I have some ingredients. I didn't want something I've had a million times before. So I felt like, hey, let me do some food experiments. So, you guys get yourself a nice cup of coffee. Good morning. This camera is so shit. Good morning. And let's make some food, eh? So here's today's plan. I just grabbed some shit out of the fridge. Got some nice ham, parma ham, some organic free-range eggs. I think with eggs are one of those things where it's really worth buying the good ones. You really do get a much improved experience over buying bad eggs. Like cheap eggs, they taste like shit. They have a completely different texture. They're just bad. If there's one thing you can afford to upgrade, get some good fucking eggs, because you will notice the difference. And then I got some spinach. I'm not going to use all of this. I'm probably going to fry it up, saute it, and then I'll put the whole thing on some toast. So, let me put the toast in. Actually, this is the thing I have most problems with cooking. The actual cooking part is fun. Figuring out recipes, what goes well with each other, all that shit's fun. The problem is, I don't know, I find it hard to line up the timings of different things. I can't visualize when one thing is going to be done versus how long it will take me to do another thing. I'm not very good at estimating how long it will take me to do a certain thing. I guess that probably will get better and better as I cook more and more. I don't know. If it's a meal I've cooked a lot of times, then I know how long it takes me, but if it's like improvising something like today, I find I struggle with that a lot. You know what I need to do? I need to get a fucking selfie stick so I can record videos properly. That would be so... You know what? They're like 50p or something. I'm gonna actually do that. It'd be good for recording videos. Anyway, back to cooking. We're putting our brown rye bread. I guess it's rye bread. It's seeded. Can you see the seeds? I think those are seeds. See, seeds on the outside. Pretty nice bread, but it's not like that fancy. Oh, and the fucking toaster isn't plugged in. Okay, next up, I'm just gonna... Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is cook the spinach and then set it aside and just put it on at the end. Okay, and I'm gonna scramble the eggs, and I'm gonna tear up some ham and put it in the scrambled eggs, little ham bits in the scrambled eggs. Ooh, that's gonna be good. Yeah, that's what the fuck I'm talking about, boy. That's what the fuck I'm talking about, boy. This is something that kind of annoys me. So, for some reason, my mum, despite ostensibly being a good cook, this is a non-stick pan, or was at one point a non-stick pan, but she just refuses to care. Look how scratched up that shit is. Look at that. That's just ridiculous. Why? Everyone knows you don't use metal shit in a non-stick pan, but she just ignores it. She's always ignored it. I don't know why. Who fucking knows? What strange person. Anyway, just put some olive oil. You want a nice big glug of olive oil in your pan, and we'll heat it up on this black one. And a good tip I use to season the oil, right? I don't know why this works, but if you just season if you just put salt on top, I guess the oil, like, as you toss the spinach, the oil coats it all, and the salt kind of dissolves in the oil, and it's pretty nice. This seems to have better results, but I don't pepper it beforehand because the pepper tends to get burnt. I normally put pepper on afterwards. So yeah, the reason I brought up that is that at this point I just don't give a fuck about this pan anymore, so I'm just going to use metal tongs, which, like, trust me, if it annoys you that I'm using metal things on a non-stick, it annoys me trust me, it annoys me a million times more than it annoys you. But, firstly, I have tongs. These tongs have rubber bits at the end, but they just went. They just, one day, they were no longer there. And my mum claims she knows where they are, but won't, like, actually, she doesn't. Very strange. So all I have is metal tongs. This oil is just about heated up. I'm actually, where's the thing? Is it in the dishwasher? Yes, it is. The sieve. And that oil is definitely hot. So let's put a big bunch of spinach in there. Oops, I spilled spinach everywhere. You want to use a lot of spinach because it cooks down a lot. There we go. I am still being careful not to touch the non-stick with my metal tools. All you want to do is wilt it, basically. And oops. Fuck. It's done. This is not really the best way to do it. I should probably use tools. Well, I don't know how I'm supposed to do this. There must be a better way than picking it out individually. It always amazes me how much spinach cooks down. So you're going to want to squeeze out all the liquids, because that's going to make our bread soggy. Yeah, that should be enough. Let me taste, see if I've... Fuck. That's definitely enough salt. Yep. And then I'll... Look how little it is now. See? I bet there were some people who were like, that's way too much spinach. Nowhere near too much spinach. And also, spinach is really delicious. And really good for you. But I'm just going to let that sit there while I do the rest of this meal. Okay, next up is eggs. Personally, I like to do my scrambled eggs in a pot like this, because when I'm whipping it, whip it real good. Oftentimes I'll spill some if I do it in a flat pan. How cooked is this toast? And see, I purposely did it slightly less. It's actually quite crispy. It doesn't brown that much, this toast, but I purposely did it a bit less because I'm going to do the last bit just before I serve, so it's still warm. I think these things do. Since there's nothing really complicated to add, I think I'll just mix these eggs up and then do it from a cold pan. This is a pretty good technique. With scrambled eggs, did I even mention I'm doing scrambled eggs? It's just something I found with scrambled eggs. You don't want to shock it with the heat too much, or I don't really know what it does to the science of it, but it dries out and it's weird. It doesn't taste good. Well, it tastes alright, but it's not. I like my eggs to be quite creamy, I guess. you got to do it basically low and slow with scrambled eggs like that. I guess what some people would say undercooked. I like them quite creamy like that. Yeah, doing it from a cold pan is not actually that bad, but I should probably put some butter in first. This is not easy to do with one hand. I'm not good at butter anyway. For some reason, I just can't, I don't seem to have the same control over butter that most people have. That's not enough. I use quite a lot of butter in my cooking in general because it makes things taste good. You put butter in something and it makes it taste good. So I guess I'll just put that there. Alright, now time to embarrass myself with my atrocious egg abilities. I definitely didn't. Okay, no shell, and the yolk's intact. Let it be noted, the yolk is intact. And again, no shell, yolk intact. Not bad, if I do say so myself. Got a little egg on my fingers though. That's fine. Season with some salt and some pepper. I really like pepper, so I put a lot of pepper in things. And my secret trick is, if I can get it out, a tiny dash of Worcestershire sauce. I don't know if you can see that. A tiny dash of Worcestershire sauce. I don't know why Americans find it hard to say Worcestershire sauce. It's a very easy word to say. I guess Americans are just stupid. Literally just that, just like a glug. It just adds some like umami. And then we're gonna tear up some ham. Look at this. Look at this ham. This is the good shit. This ain't your mama's ham. It might actually be your mama's ham. It is my mama's ham. Why did I do that? That was stupid. Oh man, this is not easy. I understand why people use... Yo, I just had a eureka moment. Okay, this might be too dirty, but... Oh my god. Guys. It's glass up here. I could just put the phone here. Oh, this has changed my entire life. This is amazing. I'm a fucking genius. I'm just gonna rip up some ham, put it in there. You don't understand. This is so professional. If I clean the glass a little. Yeah. Let's grab some more, just a good meaty bit here. You know, if I don't use this, no one else is gonna use it. Well, the only other person that's gonna use it is me. So, may as well put a fucking bunch of it in. I have no idea how this is gonna taste, by the way. I've never made this before. Have a little bit. Good shit. Delicious. Alright. Time to whisk. Okay, I'm already noticing I probably should have put the ham in a bit later because it's making it a little difficult to whisk the eggs. This is a really good setup. I'm so excited that I can have a setup like this. What do you think about my whisking technique, by the way? Yeah, I'm not totally against that, but I'm gonna actually turn the heat on. Well, this is, yeah. I'm gonna turn the heat on like there and just keep whisking it for a while. Maybe this will melt the butter into it. I don't know, I'm just experimenting. It seems appropriately whisked. It's not perfect, there's still some whites. Maybe I should have done this in a bowl beforehand, because this pan is quite deep. It's not very easy to whisk. Maybe I should just use an actual whisk. I think I should use an actual whisk. Maybe I should use an actual whisk. I've never actually... I'm not going to do too much, because I don't want to air my eggs too much, but this... Oh wow, that makes it way easier. Okay, that's good. Now the whites are all broken up in there. That was a good idea for me, but now I have to wash up an extra whisk. And now we'll grab the wooden spoon and get to moving it. The thing with eggs, is there something on the back? No, it's not, it's just a bit of the wood. The thing with scrambled eggs that I've found is that they'll cook nothing, they'll not cook, and then suddenly there's like a 1 second window between perfect and overcooked. You really got to keep moving them. If you watch French chefs cook scrambled eggs, firstly they don't cook it in a fucking pot like this, but I'm not very good at stirring. Like when I stir in a big pot, shit's flying everywhere. Like a flat pot, shit's just flying everywhere. So that's why I do this. But let's clean my workspace up a little bit more. Grab a plate. Once I start seeing this start to cook, I'm going to turn the toaster back on over there. I think probably the most telling part about this video is going to be the difference between the beginning where I hadn't had any coffee yet and now when I've had my coffee. Okay, it's just starting to cook. Yeah, you see there's little chunks. So I'm going to turn this on again. I hope there's nothing weird about like my stirring technique that I'd never noticed before that is going to be revealed with this video. I'm not going to get some master chefs in the comments being like, you're not supposed to put the salt in the eggs before you scramble them. It's going to denature the proteins. Oh really? Like I didn't know that, mate. Like I didn't know that and choose to ignore it. Right, you see now it's starting to cook. It's going to be done in like 10 seconds. It's actually getting a little too hot. I'm going to turn the heat off. Yeah, this is like about a split second away from being done, so I'm going to Take my toast out, put it on there, put my spinach on the toast. Oh, maybe I should have done it different. Maybe I should have put the spinach on top of the eggs, because it keeps cooking even when the heat's off. And these are actually almost overdone, but pretty much perfect for me. And probably would be better with buttered toast. I forgot to butter the toast, but the scrambled eggs are liquidy enough that it's not, I wouldn't say it's dry. It would definitely be better with buttered toast though. It's a pretty rookie mistake. Good shit. Anyway, that's the end of this cooking with no thank you or whatever I decided to call this video. See you later.